Sabo, the strongest below the Yonko, and the Navy's worst nightmare. In the vast world of One Piece, where names like the Yonko, Admirals, and Warlords of the Sea once defined the power structure, there exists a figure who rose from the shadows without divine lineage, without royal backing, and carved his name into the history of rebellion and power. That man is Sabo, the Chief of Staff of the Revolutionary Army. He's not just a fighter, he's a symbol of conviction, of unshakable freedom, and the sharpest blade in Dragon's arsenal. At first glance, his bounty of 602 million berries might seem modest compared to the astronomical figures of the Yonko, but that number fails to reflect the sheer force he brings to the battlefield. Sabo is not a myth. He is not a rumor passed from tavern to tavern. He is a real threat, someone who's gone toe-to-toe with the most dangerous figures in the Navy. From Fujitora and his gravity-defying might, to Ryusoken's regenerative forest powers, and even Kizaru, the living embodiment of light, none of them have been able to overpower him. In fact, some were forced to retreat. Against Sabo, the Navy doesn't dominate, it struggles to survive. What makes his journey even more compelling is that Sabo wasn't born special. He didn't have Luffy's bloodline, being the son of Dragon and grandson of Garp. He wasn't the child of the pirate king like Ace. He came from a world of chains and cages, a noble family who tried to suffocate his soul. And so, he abandoned it all. Every inch of his strength, every skill, every moment of willpower he has today, it was all earned, not inherited. Under Dragon's personal guidance, Sabo mastered both armament and observation Haki, not in theory, but through brutal, real-world combat. He also developed Ryusoken, or Dragon Claw Fist, a highly advanced martial art focusing on precision and internal destruction. With it, he shattered the massive sword of Vice Admiral Bastille using nothing but a single hand. That's not just power, it's dominance in pure form. But perhaps the most pivotal moment in Sabo's evolution was when he inherited the Mera no Mi, the Flame fruit once belonging to Ace. He didn't just continue Ace's legacy, he surpassed it. Unlike Ace, who wielded fire with raw emotion, Sabo brings discipline, strategy, and surgical precision. Even without fully mastering the fruit at the time, he effortlessly took down Burgess, the 1st Division commander of Blackbeard's crew, with nothing but a worn-out iron pipe. And that's the thing, Sabo never needed fancy weapons or legendary swords. With just that pipe and his fists, he's fought against top-tier enemies and stood his ground. At the height of his power, many believe he could have taken down Doflamingo in 3 moves, but he didn't chase the spotlight. Instead, he chased meaning, targeting the subordinates of the Yonko to destabilize their empires. Sabo's greatest weapon, though, might be his unbelievable will to survive. He's been hunted more than once. His stepmother tried to kill him twice. The world government literally wiped out an entire nation just to silence him, and he survived every time. Some say he's protected by the goddess of luck, but the truth is simpler: he's too smart, too skilled, and too stubborn to die. Even Amsama, the so-called king of the world, the shadow behind the throne, couldn't end his life. That alone speaks volumes about how hard it is to eliminate this man. No wonder the Navy and world government have grown to fear him. And no wonder fans across the world call him the strongest character in One Piece who isn't a Yonko. Every time Sabo shows up, he's clashing with the world's strongest forces and never backs down. When Fujitora's gravity couldn't pin him, when Ryusoken's forest powers got burned, and when Akainu himself began seeing Sabo as a threat greater than Ace, that's when it became clear. Sabo isn't just Dragon's right hand. He's a force of nature. At just 22 years old, he's the 2nd highest ranking member of the Revolutionary Army. He doesn't need a crown. He doesn't want a kingdom. His very existence is a declaration of war against tyranny. And the fire he wields? It's not just a weapon. It's the burning will of the people, the light of rebellion, and the flame of the future.